All right, with me now is Dr. Bonnie Henry, BC's Provincial Health Officer, to talk more about the heat. Dr. Henry, hello to you. Thanks for being with us.
Well, thank you.
So the province is seeing some pretty hot weather right now. It's only expected to get warmer over the next couple of days. What are the primary health concerns right now for people who are out in the heat for too long?
Well, there's a couple of things we need to pay attention to. For much of the lower mainland and the coast, we haven't had a period of long days with heat like this yet this summer. So we need to recognize when we're starting to feel the effects of it. So if you're somebody who exercises, for example, go out earlier in the morning when it's cooler. Stay indoors. Try and find a place that's cooler during the heat of the day. And sometimes we may not recognize when we're starting to get the effects of heat. So be aware of that. Things like your heart rate going up, sweating a lot, and then more worrisome signs are if you stop sweating altogether and people can be a little bit groggy or be a little confused. Those are warning signs that you need to get to a cool place and you need to cool people down. And if they're still not responding, then make sure you call emergency services to get support. But we can prevent that by, staying out of the heat in the hottest part of the day, closing our blinds and windows during the heat of the day, and then opening them up at night. One of the things we have in our favor right now is that we have longer nights at this time of the year, so that allows it to cool down a little bit. So let that cool air come in at night. And be sure to check on people who are more at risk. And we know that as we get older, we don't we have a harder time adjusting to these hotter temperatures. So if we have older people in our lives, check on them, help them cool down, keep well hydrated. And if you have an air conditioned or heat pumps in your house and others don't, help them find a place where they can cool down at night particularly.
Right, especially with seniors who may not be able to feel the heat or verbalize that they are feeling hot or uncomfortable. Dr. Henry, as morbid as it sounds, I do want to ask why there are heat-related deaths. How can someone die from heat?
Well, often we don't recognize those signs of heat exhaustion or heat stress until it's too late. And so that's why we need to pay attention, particularly in people who are on certain medications. Their body doesn't adjust to heat as well. Older people may not recognize that we're getting those effects of heat. And especially if the temperatures in our house are hot at night. So it is worth getting a thermometer or being able to check if the temperature at least below 26 degrees at night. We can adjust to that. So those are the things that happen every year, sadly. And so those are the things we need to pay attention to before it's too late. We can cool ourselves down, get to a cool place, make sure you keep hydrated, and check on people. Help them cool down if they're not able to do it themselves.
And there are cooling centers open across the province.
That's right.
Dr. Bonnie Henry joining us this morning from British Columbia. Thank you so much. Try to stay cool for the next few
Thank
days.
you.